Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today is November 14th, day 14 of NaNoWrimo, and I'm about to spill the real tea.
Stop chasing all the city lights. Breathe me in, go on and take your bite. Count on me to make you come.
This is very cold tea and it's chamomile. So I'm spilling the tea on myself because I have come to a point of understanding. I have written 120,000 words roughly of new words and rewritten, revised words over the course of the last month and a half and into NaNoWrimo on this paranormal family saga. I love the book. I love where it's going. However, there is a problem with it. It's a big glaring problem. And that problem is a suspense romance, romantic suspense, and put in paranormal elements to it. So while it works, it doesn't meet genre qualifications for paranormal. What I mean by that is it reads very much more of a romantic suspense than a paranormal. Now, it also is a little bit long-winded right now. And I know what y'all are saying, oh, you can just keep writing and you can cut. You can cut and post, Nano, you can finish all of them. The problem is I have to have everything concise. I have to have everything tight. And right now, I feel like I don't. I feel like I don't have it concise. I don't have it tight. And it makes it really, really hard to continue to write. I got to the perfect stopping place in my manuscript for book 2 right now for me to actually sit down and look at it and realize things have to move faster in book 1. And there's about 40,000 words of book 1 that half of them I can probably cut. Half of them, I know 20,000 words I can cut and put it back into the novella and work it that way. And then I know that I can go through and rewrite the book tighter, more along the paranormal element line, and honest to goodness go through and rewrite it from the beginning so that the words flow better, everything flows together. I've had this book now for almost 2 years. I love it. It's my next series. But I'm such a perfectionist and I want it to flow, but I want each book to be focused on one couple and then the overarching family story to build on each other as each of the kids get their own book. And right now, I'm just adding fluff and words that are really good words and really good fluff, but I really want to focus on it being a good, tight, paranormal book. Where yes, there is a romantic element involved and there is steamy sex and, passion and all of that good stuff. But the plot for me is key. I definitely need the characters in a story. And once I know my characters, I'm usually good. But if the plot starts to show me issues or holes, I am the writer that has to go back and figure out where the holes are, what's going on, how is this affecting my writing. So I can confidently say that yes, I have won my NaNoWrimo goal on the 13th, 12th, 13th already, which is great. It's an accomplishment and I'm not sneering my nose at it. The goal of wanting 100,000 words to get another 50 to finish up the second book isn't going to happen because I am going to be cutting and condensing and tightening up this project to the maximum, because I don't want one word, one sentence, one scene on the page to go to waste. I don't want one piece of dialogue to be throwaway. I want every single page to turn the story forward, and right now it's a bit slow. And that's not saying that it's a bad thing, because you do need some downtime in books to let the reader catch their breath. But when you've had a book and you're so close to a book like this, and you know it's your next series, and you know that you've completed a series, and this could be like, okay, you have a backlist now. I have 9 books in my backlist plus 2 anthologies. So I have 11 technical books in my backlist that people can go back to. I want this series to be great. I want it to be, flawless. It will not be for everybody. Of course it won't be for everybody. However, I want to give everybody a good read, a good read. I don't want to write a classic, because I won't know if it's a classic till I die. That's pretty much how it goes with classics. But I want people to go on an adventure, and that includes romance. And because I'm a paranormal fantasy writer, my mind is extremely focused on the adventure and the journey that the characters go on. And like I said, you can have romance in there, and you can have that being a subplot, or even if the romance and the couple vying for each other to come together be the main point. Like their circumstances offsetting each other is the problem. For this, their circumstances do offset themselves and their love for each other. So their struggle for each other really is part of the conflict, but also there's this overarching conflict with the paranormal elements that I just need to tighten up. I'm pre-recording this on the 13th because I have a busy day tomorrow on the 14th, but this is just my thought process. So I'm halting this project. I'm going back to the drawing board, and I am going to make it the best that I possibly can. And that is just my process. Sometimes people are good with just putting words on a page and that's their 0 draft or their first draft. I can't do that. I have to know the plot, and I have to know that the next book is going to work cohesively with the first. And right now, the second book that I'm in the middle of writing right now is actually overlapping what I need to put in another brother's story, which isn't good. I don't like it, because I know what's going on in the background with the brother and his love interest, but I can't go into their perspective because it isn't their book. So it's really bothering me. So I'm gonna go figure this out. I'm gonna take the rest of the night to be done. Tomorrow I'm going to pull up my manuscripts and figure out what needs to go and figure out what can stay, and then rework it into a more cohesive 1-book story. And if that means it's 90,000 words, 95,000 words, that means it's that long. But I'm not going to cut myself off. Well, if I get to 100,000 words, I will most likely cut myself off, because that's a little much. But if it's 95,000, 90,000, 85,000, I'm not going to be mad at it. A book is as long as a book needs to be, within reason. So I think I can reasonably get it there. So I will see you guys on the 15th to kind of tell you what I've found, what I'm going to do, and what this means for the rest of my NaNoWrimo month. So I will talk to you then. One love, guys.